Hey, it's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new year of happy, bright sunshine. I've got a blocked up nose. It's not as blocked up, but it's a bit blocked up. So I'm dying. Guys, I'm dying. The thing has got me, the ting has got me. It's gone up my nose and built a civilization in my nose. So yeah, R.I.P. me. So for this video, I was stuck between whether I wanted to try doing alien impregnation again or something else, and I've decided to go with something else because fuck alien impregnation. It's not fun. It's not cool. I don't like it. It sucks my dick. The main reason I had to consider that is because I've got this thumbnail. You might have saw it in the video about gore porn, and yeah, I just don't want to waste that thumbnail. So you know, I think it's a pretty good thumbnail. I'm not gonna lie. You know, if I was someone else, I think it would be Okay, so because the thumbnail has an alien in it, I've had to compromise. Because if I'm not reading about alien impregnation, then what is there to read about? Well, you may hear like a goblin talking in the background, so just ignore him. He's like a goblin that was in my garden. I caught him in a cage. I trapped him in the back room. So if you hear him, just ignore him. He's not there. Okay, guys, just don't worry about it. I've got it under control. I'll smash his head in once this video's done. So anyway, what I was saying was, so I decided not to read about alien impregnation. I decided to read about xenomorphs. I said, you know what? Maybe there's xenomorph fanfictions. Surprisingly, there is a surprising amount of xenomorph fanfictions. I don't know why. I don't know what the appeal is, but there's a lot of fanfictions, and that's, you know, that works out for me. So, yeah. If you're studying for English and you want to get better at reading, then watch my YouTube channel. This is an educational channel right here. So this story is simply called Alien Love, and it's by Shadow. Are you fucking kidding me? Shut the fuck up, please. I'm just trying to do fucking shit. Shadow, the Hound of Hell. This fucking badass right here. Don't mess with this guy. He's literally the Hound of Hell. Don't fucking mess with him, alright? Don't mess around. This is a bit weird. The first page is a one sentence intro. He literally could have just put this in the description, which he didn't, but you know, this guy's badass, so I shouldn't really talk trash about him. Okay, intro time. Intro time. Special intro time. We never do this on the channel because this is never a thing in any other fanfiction ever. But you know, special celebration for intro. Yeah, whip nene. This story is about an alien from Alien vs Predator who starts having feelings for a girl called Sandra. But the thing is, the alien is male. Check out the rest in the story. Or to be continued. The story's over, guys. Video's over. That's as far as I'm reading. I'm sorry. It's too hard. This job. It's not even a job. What am I fucking saying? I'm not getting paid for this. Alright, here we go. Here's real chapter 1. Alright, chapter 1. Male xenomorph? Sandra's point of view. I recently joined the Marines, and our new mission is to go to a planet where a ship which was supposed to have people on was checked on, and all the people that were there have vanished. Weird, right? That's kind of weird. It's kind of spoopy. Well, I'm just honest that they chose a privet. How can he spell private wrong but spell it correctly? Like Jesus. Again, I can't talk trash about this guy. He's a fucking badass. He'll literally rip my head off. A private is the lowest rank in the army or marines, etc. Thanks for the definition. Alright, Hunter's point of view. Our mother ordered us to go hunting to see if there were any humans left to feed on or impregnate. So, like good daughters and, well, son, we obeyed him. Yes, I'm a male, which is very rare, apparently. All the xenomorphs are female. I didn't know that. If I knew that before, I would fucking go outside and start pounding them all. Sorry, that's a horrid sentence that I just said. And never say anything ever like that ever again. Also, I guess we are reading alien impregnation stories. Oh, wouldn't you look at that? Well, I guess we looked out. I could never become the leader of the hive because we need to be a queen. It really sucks. God damn, I hate my mum. She's a fucking dickhead. Although today Today, Mother is letting me go on a hunting mission. Yes! Yes! Hey Hunter, don't ruin it by flashing blue and red. My markings went red. Yeah, I have markings, and when I'm mad or about to kill, my markings go red, and when I'm happy or peaceful, they go blue, like the book cover. I don't think that's a thing that xenomorphs can do. I think this guy's just making things up now. That's not in deep lore. I literally have a xenomorph Bible. There's not a single thing about xenomorphs being able to blush and shit. The femoid laughed, and I hissed. What the fuck? The sound the xenomorphs make. Or what? Just to clarify that when the xenomorph hisses, that's the sound a xenomorph makes. Just so we're clear. I'm glad you agree. And the female returned it with a screech. Alright, I was just kidding. Hunter, no need to get mad. Are they all called Hunter? Do they all have the same name? It's a bit shit, innit? It's a bit shit to be a xenomorph, innit? My markings were still red, but I calmed down a bit. Assassin, I hope you're not picking on your brother, Mother yelled, and Assassin bowed her head. Of course not, Mother. Good. Are you okay, Hunter? Oh my god. I don't think this is so fucking dumb. Xenomorphs don't act like this, I'm sorry, but it's not true. I'm sorry. I looked at her, smiling as best as a xenomorph could. Yes, Mother. Thank you. If you don't know, the Queen gave birth to all the xenomorphs, so she is their mother. Oh, thanks for clarifying. Oh no, he's yelling. When Hunter and his sister go hunting, Sandra and her team are on the planet. Me and Assassin were hiding in the vents, and I caught a whiff of humans. Assassin, do you smell that? Or every single human smells like fucking shit and dirt and sweat and penis. She looked at me and nodded, so we crawled around the vents, following the scent, and we arrived seeing a team of humans, and one human caught my attention, a female. One side of her face had blue markings and the other side was red. Hey Hunter, you get the back end while I split them, okay? I nodded. To split them up, she made the roof collapse, which split them up. Then she hissed, which made them chase her after her. Nice move, sis, I thought, and then jumped down, landing on a human, then used my tail to stab right through his chest, and I hissed. Remember when I said this video would help you hear English? Yeah, no, I take it back. There's literally not a single bit of grammar in this entire thing. I's aren't capital, spelling mistakes everywhere, there's no punctuation. What the fuck is this bullshit? I got a B in English, so I know what I'm talking about. Am I just being really mean in this video? The guy who wrote the story is literally going to make a video on this channel of him holding my head up proudly and exclaiming, "This is my YouTube channel now, where I will post videos of xenomorphs being cool and badass, just like me." Alright, Sandra's point of view now. Cool, I love Sandra. She's my favourite character right now. Sandra's my favourite character right now because, you know, she's just got that attitude and she's determined and all that shit. Our team was searching the area, and then all of a sudden, the roof collapsed, and we were split. And we were split into two teams, and we heard a hiss on the other side, and the other team yelled and started to what sounded like running. Why can't you just say that they started running? Who is this guy? What is he doing? Then suddenly, a xenomorph jumped on Rogers, and she sent her tail right through his chest, and she hissed. Everyone but me yelled and fired. I don't know why, but I didn't fire. Then she screeched and split Sergeant's gun. Then she grabbed the sergeant and knocked him out. Then she thrown him in what looked like a vent. You could just say a vent. You don't have to say like, it looked like they were running. It looked like a vent. It looked like a gun. It looked like a xenomorph. Just say it's a xenomorph. I am just being really mean in this video, I'm sorry. Don't cyberbully people. Kill her! Private Cole yelled. Then her markings started glowing red, and it was the same red that my markings are. Sandra was born with markings on each side of her face. Her right side markings were blue, and her left side markings are red. She's beautiful, I thought. What is it with markings? What are they on about? I don't understand. Is this part of the alien deep lore? Why is this guy just playing music now? What's he doing? Literally for the entire day he's been quiet. But now that I start putting his microphone on, he's making a whole bunch of noises. He's having a rave in his own room. He's literally having a rave in his cage. Hunter's point of view now. The other humans yelled and started firing, except for that same female I saw. I screeched at them, and grabbed one of them after I split his gun in half, then knocked him out and thrown him into the vent. Kill her! Her? Her? I'm not a girl! I'm a boy! My markings glowed red and they froze. What is that thing? A new type of xenomorph? What the fuck is it? A different female said, who cares? We have to kill it. Fucking blast its brains right out, this fucking stupid thing. Then another male nodded and started opening fire, and 2 of his bullets hit my right shoulder, which made me scream in pain, and I lunged at him and clawed his arm, which made him fall. Then I grabbed his throat and made him pass out and did the same by throwing him into the vent. You motherfucker! Yelled the other female as she hit my head, and I used my tail to pick her up. Oh fuck, I just closed the story. Oh no. I then put her in front of my face and used my inner mouth to stab right through her head, then dropped her, and all that was left was that female who didn't fire. I approached her and she backed up a bit. Please don't kill me. I am literally your biggest fan. I love you so much. She begged, and for some reason, I didn't want to kill her. I don't know, something just possessed me. I know I'm normally a heartless killer, but you know, something just possessed me to not kill this one woman who I would later, in the future, fall in love with. Your markings are beautiful, I heard her whisper. Then I crawled up to her, and her back was against the wall, and she was a-crying. She was a-crying. That wasn't even a mistake of the story, that was me. Sometimes, guys, even I make grammar mistakes and spelling mistakes in real life without even having to type. So I used my hand to wipe her tears away and felt her markings to see if they were real. And they were! Bro, we're so similar! So I tilted my head. She opened her eyes and looked at me. And my markings, they were still red. Do they turn red when you're angry? And I nodded. Then she smiled, which calmed me down. So my markings turned blue, which made her smile even more. You're different from the others. I opened my mouth to show that I was smiling. Cute, she said, and my markings grew brighter. What is this woman doing? This woman the xenomorph is talking to is literally insane. All of her mates just got violently murdered by this creature, and she's calling it cute, adorbs. Literally adorbs. Are you a female? Because when they said kill her, you got angry. How did she know that? It's a xenomorph. It's a creature. It just kills. It was killing people anyway. This is really goodly written. I shook my head. For you being female. Then I nodded my head, and she gasped. You must be the only non-male xenomorph. Then suddenly, a human, a male one, walked out, and Sandra told me to hide. So I did. And when I did, the male came over. Oh my god, this is literally gonna. I hate this so much. Hey, pretty lady, it's dangerous out here alone, so why not come with me to be safe? She shook her head. No thanks, I'm perfectly safe. My team is coming. And the male chuckled. You don't have a choice. He didn't close it with. He didn't end it with quotation marks. Brilliant. Then he grabbed her, which made me angry, and my markings glowed red. Help! This soldier that's on the same team as me is. Well, I don't. Ah, my fucking god, I can't even say all about this. So much to say, but there's so much to not say, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just so obvious. There's not really a point in saying anything. Then I jumped down and hissed. Then he turned round slowly. What the fuck? She giggled, and then bit his hand and ran over to me, and stood beside me. Then I put my tail round her in a possessive way, and I hissed again. What the? How is it not killing you? The male asked. Well, I made friends. Oh fuck, I just closed it again. I just don't want to read the story, I'm accidentally closing it. Then the male growled. A human growl. You are coming with me! He yelled, then ran at her. Then I got in the way and jumped on him. Get it off, he yelled. So I looked at her, and she looked at him, and gave her approval to kill him. So I bit into his skull with second mouth. Then my markings went blue, and she ran behind me and hugged me? You're the best thanks, you're the best male xenomorph. I guess being a male xenomorph has its perk. Literally the worst thing I've ever read. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if it comes after me. This is literally the worst thing I've ever read. Ever. So shit. Honestly. This is fucking shit. I'm sick of people wasting my time with this fucking bullshit. I want to read mature stories and shit. So wait, this woman just watched this xenomorph kill all of her mates. Then she calls it Super Adorbs. Becomes its friend in 5 seconds flat. This guy comes out of nowhere, tries to take her to safety, but not actually. He's actually trying to get with her for some reason in this time, with dead bodies all over the place. And then Xenomorph comes and saves the day, and then she loves it. It's happily ever after. And then you just got this goblin talking in the background. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? You a goblin? Goblins aren't supposed to talk, are they? The goblins talk. I guess they do. Oh my god, and there's a message from the guy here. Hey, my shadow pack. Hope you liked this. And I am going to write this because I recently rewatched most of the Alien films, and I loved the xenomorphs in Aliens and Alien vs Predator. Don't ask why, I just do. So I hope you want more of this story. Okay, so I guess I have to read chapter 2 now, because, yeah, I feel like I've been doing this reading for ages, but I haven't even read chapter 2. So, chapter 2, Learning Names. I hugged her back, and she giggled. I never thought I would be hugging, no offence, but a human killer. I used my tail to feel her markings again, and I still couldn't believe they were real. I was born with these. My parents say they are a curse. I hissed. How could her parents say that to her? I don't even know what markings are. I thought they were talking about just making something up so that the xenomorph could blush or something, but humans have it as well. I don't know. She looked at me, smiling. At least I know you won't say that. Would you? I smiled and rubbed my head on hers. The aliens do that to show friendliness or kindness, because an alien did that in your show to the Queen and to Ripley. She's a character with the mother to an alien. You need to watch the movies to understand. This is the pinnacle of writing right here. Thanks, boy. Oh, I just noticed. I can just call you boy, like you're a dog or cat, can I? I laughed. I don't know how it would sound. So why say it then? Why say that the xenomorph can laugh if you don't know if xenomorphs can laugh or what it would sound like? I thought this guy was badass at first. Reading his name, you know, he seemed like a real fucking badass. But this is literally the worst thing I've read on this YouTube channel. Then she laughed. Well, first off, I'm Sandra. I smiled and nodded, then pointed to myself and made a little screen. Skeen? A skeen? What is a skeen? Of me sneaking up on a invisible, I hate to say it, but human predator? I hissed. I hate predators. They are these creatures that hunt or get hunted by the alien. Thanks for describing what a predator is. I wouldn't have known otherwise. Sorry, something to do with that. I nodded. She thought for a second. How about Hunter? I jumped onto the ceiling and remembered Sandra couldn't see me. Why did you jump onto the ceiling? What? Did it even spell ceiling correctly? So I quietly sneaked up on her on the roof and jumped down quietly. Then jumped on her, but put my tail over her mouth, and she screamed into my tail, and I put my arm under her so she wouldn't get hurt. We hit the floor and she hit my head playfully, so I removed my tail and just closed the app again. You meanie Hunter, Sandra pouted and wouldn't look at me, so I used my tail and turned her head to look at me. When she was facing me, she was smiling, then she burst out laughing. Get off, you big softy. I stood up, but on 4 feet, and helped Sandra get up. Thanks, Hunter. Sandra kissed my head, and I felt hot. I literally grew abs and pecs. I was literally smoky hot. What happened to his sister? What happened to Assassin? Where'd she go? And why are they just having fun around her dead mate? Sandra's point of view now. When I got knocked down, I screamed, but I had something over my mouth that was slimy. That little slimy marked alien, I thought. And when we hit the floor, I felt his arm under me. Aw, he stopped me from getting hurt. I looked at Hunter, then turned my head so I wasn't looking at him. I guess he wasn't happy about it because he used his tail and turned my head. But he did it gently. He looks so... what would you say? Oh, cute? How does she know his name anyway? Why does she think it looks cute? It's literally a horrible, disgusting monster. I mean, we all have different tastes, I guess. I mean, I guess I can't shame anyone, I guess. You know, kink shaming. I shouldn't kink shame. Yeah, don't kink shame, guys. But, you know, this is a xenomorph and it kills people and, you know, yeah. I burst out laughing. Get off, you big softy, I said playfully. And he did. Does he accept me? And he helped me up, and I kissed his head, because he deserved it. Is he blushing? I know his blood is green. He still looks cute. That's the end of it. That's the end of chapter 2. Hey, my shadow pack, or whoever is reading. Yep, that's me. Sorry for not updating this book. It's just I done this chapter, and it's 11:51 PM. Whatever, see you in the next chapter. Then he just got the comments. This one guy, CJ Raff. This is going too fast, so I'm stopping here. Well, there's no stopping for me. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to read to chapter 3. Oh my fucking god. There's a stock image of an alien here. They didn't even remove... You can get a million pictures of aliens without this big thing on it covering half the picture. I don't know how you fail this badly. How do you... I'm not even actually upset. I shouldn't really be upset. I'm not actually upset. Like, I'm not passionate about this. I'm not going to go to sleep and be like thinking about it, but it's just, what the fuck? Like, it's just really annoying. Alright, chapter 3, acting strange. I started walking with Sandra, and learned a little bit more about her, like how she was actually a thing they call private. Apparently, it's the lowest rank in their human thing. Each time she said something, I would nod or make a noise to show I was listening. That's not good enough, man. You need to, like, women don't, you can't just nod and say, yeah, I understand, because they know that you're lying. You gotta say shit, you gotta show an interest, man. I'm so glad I met you, Hunter. You're a good listener. How does she know? You might just be in it for his own good. She hugged me again. I guess humans like hugs. I hugged her back and used my tail to hug her more. Then she let go, so I let go. Thanks, Hunter. She petted my head and I nodded. I heard Mum call, so I walked back a bit. Got to go? I nodded. Can you show me back to my friends? I thought for a second. I nodded, then told Mum that I'm going to be a bit late due to the path being blocked. I showed her the way and she kissed my head, making me feel got again. I think he meant making me feel hot. I ran back to the colony through the vents. Where have you been? Assassin asked. I ignored her and walked to my resting place, but she got in my way. Hey, you gone deaf because of the guns? I growled and seen the red of my markings reflecting off her head. I'm not in the mood, Assassin. She hissed in a threatening way. Don't you get all moody with me, brat. I hissed and got on my hind legs. She did the same and we were both hissing and growling. You know what? I know my mother won't pick you to be the leader. It's because you're a freak. That was the snapping point. I lunged at her and clawed at her chest. She screeched in pain and I pulled my claws back because of her acid blood. Bro, he's killing his sister. Literally violent creature. She got up and scratched my head, making me screech out in pain. You're weak. I growled and jumped on her again and hovered my tail above her head and got ready to kill her. Hunter! I looked to where the voice was and saw the queen. I growled at Assassin. You're lucky Mum stopped me. I got off and winced at a little feeling my acid blood dripping down my face. Then Assassin jumped up and went to stab me with her tail, but Mother used her arm to cover me and stood up to warm her, and it worked. Assassin walked off to her resting place. Mother used her tail to stroke my face to calm me down. What happened? I guess the queen has a favourite, doesn't she? She said the reason why you wouldn't pick me to be the leader was because I was a freak, I said sadly. And if it was possible for us to cry, I would. But instead, I let out a quiet screech. Oh, Hunter, that is not the reason. It's just that you can't produce facehuggers. My markings went back to blue, but dark. It shows I'm sad. Please try to cheer up, my son. You should be happy. My markings went back to blue, but dark. It shows I'm sad. I'm crying. I'm literally crying. I'm so sad. Please try to cheer up, my son. You should be happy that you're the only male in existence. Because of this, you're the strongest. I smiled the best I could, and my markings went back to normal blue. Now, go get some rest. By the sounds of it, you must be tired. I nodded and rubbed my head on hers, then went to my resting place. That was weird. I would normally leave her alone, but I attacked. I wonder if it's because of Sandra. I will see later. I curled up and fell asleep. Okay, well, that's the end of that chapter. Oh my god, it wasn't even that long. It felt ages. It only felt like ages because there were long pauses in between. You won't see those, but there were long pauses in between because that one goblin in the back is making so much fucking noise. It's honestly fucking despicable. Like, shut the fuck up! So yeah, that's the end of the video. I'm sorry if I came off a little upset in this video. You know, I just wanted to have a happy old time, but I couldn't. So yeah, I'm gonna grab a hammer and I'm literally gonna, in fact, I've got some scissors right here. Got some scissors. And I'm gonna go cut this goblin's head off and put it in a frying pan and cook him for bed and breakfast and shit. So yeah, have a swell fucking day.